enjoyable night in July. Wayne County Motor Speedway fans waiting in anticipation for the start of night number 2 of Speedweek 2001. Hey everybody, I'm DC Bash. You're on the Dirt Zone. Before we get rocking tonight, and I mean rocking, the engines are heating up as we speak. Let's look at some highlights from night number 1, Attica Raceway Park. Byron Reed getting it done. Take a look.
Reed goes to the bottom now in car number 5 in that third spot. Byron Reed now going to challenge for second. He may have found something in that bottom groove. Byron Reed pulls alongside Jason Johnson for the number 2 spot. Byron Reed moves up into second. Here comes Cheney in the 9X. We're going to have a 3-car fight for the lead. Byron Reed on the bottom, trying to go the inside of Kane. Reed to the bottom, he pulls alongside down the backstretch. They'll fight side by side into 3. Kane slides up, Reed holds the bottom. Byron Reed, your leader. 5 to go, that time by. Into turn number 3, off the turn number 4, checkered flag out, Reed will win it. Cheney second, Kane third, Johnson fourth, and Wilson in the number 5 spot.
All right, we're here with last night's winner for night number 1 of Speedweek 2001, Byron Reed. Byron, nice job last night.
Thank you. It was a really good night. It was one of those nights where you felt like your car was good enough to win and you just needed to do your job and it would be all right. But middle part of the race, I was actually just hoping to stay in the top 3, but then it just seemed like things started to fall our way towards the end.
I was going to say you got some yellow flags there. Todd Kane looked like he was flat running off with it. I didn't think anybody could catch him. You remained patient. You got your flags. You pulled in close, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I want you to drop down to the low groove. It looked like everybody wanted that high groove. You made your mind up at the right time.
Yeah, the biggest thing about Attica, boy, traffic always plays a big role. And actually, at a local show there Friday, traffic bit me, and just so happened that last night it worked in my favor.
Okay, now I have to ask you. Florence, Kentucky last week, you are impossible to beat when you get out front. Yeah. That's my experience with you. You fall off 7 spots. What happened?
Boy, honestly, that was probably the biggest disappointment of my racing career. I mean, that was another night where I felt like my car was great, and I just did a bad job of driving. I think I almost got, too confident. I got out front and I started following a lap car, and I just thought, well, I'll be all right. I just thought my car was great, and it just seemed like within a lap's time, the bottom got locked down with rubber, and I tried to pass the lap car on the top, and boy, when the bottom locks down with rubber, it's like 2 seconds quicker, and about 5 guys drove by me right there, and by that time, I was so my mind was so blown away by getting past like that I made more mistakes.
So it's more of a mental thing then, huh?
Right, it really was. I think if I would have just found the rubber and got down there, I'd have been fine, but I just blew it.
All right, you got a big win here last year for Speed Week. Built your confidence for the season. You came on strong. Speed Week Championship, what do you think? You're the defender here tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. I've talked. They don't have 410 sprint car races here this year, but I've talked to a few of the 360 guys, and boy, every guy I talk to, I get a different story of how the track is. So I'm hoping it's just like last year, and I'm hoping what I did last year will work this year. And as far as the Speed Week Championship, it's way, way too early to tell, but I think I got as much chance as anybody. Okay,
I got to ask you. You and the wife are expecting a little pouch poo. Is it going to be little Byron, or little Byrona?
We'll find out here in about a month.
Congratulations before it happens.
All right, thank you.
Byron, good job last night. Byron Reed.
Good evening, race fans. Welcome to Dirt Zone 2001. This is Rick Eshelman, ready to bring you the action tonight from Orrville, Ohio, in the beautiful Wayne County Speedway. And you can see the weather is perfect for racing here tonight as the All-Star Circuit of Champions bring night number 2 of Ohio Sprint Speedweek to Orrville, Ohio. Well, with 48 cars in the pits tonight, should be some great racing action. 4 10-lap heat races, a 12-lap GMP C-Main, the Hallmark Dash, the Last Chance 15-lap B-Main, and of course tonight, the A-Main event coming on Dirt Zone 2001. Welcome back to Dirt Zone 2001 as we get ready from Wayne County Speedway. And tonight, looking at the All-Star Circuit of Champions point standings, Chad Kemenaugh remains on top with the Mouse Kenny Jacobs second. And we're going to go down pit side to Bash Campbell with Brad Doty.
All right, Rick, got a break in the action here, and no stranger to sprint car racing. As a matter of fact, you've become somewhat the icon lately. You see him on TNN with the World of Outlaws. Brad Doty, how you doing tonight?
Icon, that sounds old. That makes me sound old, but doing real well. It looks like we're going to have a great night here.
Icon in the sense of the word. You've been an incredible inspiration, Brad, for everybody. You've turned a misfortune into a real, again, an inspiration for myself, and I know countless others.
Well, thanks a lot. Just got to go on. You slowed me down a little bit, but didn't stop me, and we're having a lot of fun working with TNN and getting to a lot of races. Not home much this year. A lot of frequent flyer miles.
Something coming up here July 18th at Attica Raceway Park you want to talk about?
The 13th annual Brad Doty Classic up at Attica is, it was named in my honor after I got hurt in 1988. Never been a repeat winner. It's paying $13,000 to win. Expect a lot of good cars, and as I said, no repeat winner, and a guy leading on the last 5 laps usually hasn't won it. A lot of lead changes, and it's always a good race.
Brad, it's good to see you out with the All-Stars. Wish we could see you more. We know you're busy.
Well, I'm only 5 miles from home here, and flew in yesterday, so we go to Fargo next weekend, so I got a night off. I'm glad to be here.
Wish you the best. Have a good time tonight.
Thank you.
Back to you, Rick.
Thanks very much, Dave. And the cars are lined up for KT Equipment Rental Heat Race number 1. 10 laps the distance, top 6 inverted. Of course, top 5 go to the A main, as is the rule. And in qualifying, the Mouse Kenny Jacobs out of Holmesville, Ohio, set the quick time. The Jacobs Honecker Motorsports number 6 car going to the lap of 15.608, out qualifying the 48 car field. And then in hot laps, it was Greg Wilson down the backstretch. Kent Walters drifted off of turn number 3, caught the guardrail, flipped a couple times sideways, landed on top of all 4 wheels, and that's the way it went in hot laps as we get ready to go with KT Equipment Rental Heat Race number 1. Your pole car, Jared Hall, the Fury from Missouri, and he'll be flanked by Mark Keegan in 92. Alvin Repke and Rob Cheney, Kelly Kinzer and the Mouse, Kenny Jacobs, your quick qualifier. Brian Ellenberger, Ricky Ferkel, John Wisman, Paul Weaver, Todd King, and Chuck Wilson as they make their way out of turn number 4. Here we go. Green flag is out on KT Equipment Rental Heat Race number 1 as they thunder through the corners, and Kelly Kinzer working the bottom of the racetrack, already picking up positions as he closes in on the 9X of Rob Cheney. They get in side by side through 3 and 4. Kelly Kinzer with a low line, and he's got the number 4K working early in this event. Keegan running second, but Cheney to the outside trying to take third back. Won't get it done as Kelly Kinzer chases down Mark Keegan in that number 92 car. And your leader, the Fury from Missouri, Jared Hall, showing the fast way around Wayne County Speedway early on in heat race number 1. The Mouse Kenny Jacobs are quite a distance behind Rob Cheney. And your leader already coming out of turn number 4, Jared Hall, has got it turned on. And he's had some troubles this year. He's had a lot of races where things have went wrong, and it seems like the ship has been righted tonight early on as he leads this first heat event, looking to qualify for tonight's A main. Kelly Kinzer working through turns 3 and 4. He's got a little bit of a distance to go now to catch up to Mark Keegan in the number 92 car, and Elvin Repke in the Mountain Dew number 99 now starting to make his charge towards the front as he closes in on the Mouse Kenny Jacobs, almost losing it coming out of turn number 2, but he hangs on. We stay under green, and the Mouse Kenny Jacobs now working on Rob Cheney. Your quick qualifier with a lap of 15.608, second in the points. He's far back in the field right now in the middle, and he's got a long way to go if he wants to have any shot at Jared Hall, who's just got every switch turned on early on in this event. And he is on a rail going through the corners. Jared Hall out of Sykeston, Missouri, leading this event down the backstretch. There's your second place car, Keegan. Third place car, Kinzer. And the caution flag has come out. Field slowing down as in turn number 4, it's Paul Weaver in the NBC steering pump number 31, bringing out the first caution flag of the evening on the Callie's Performance scoreboard. 8 laps in, 2 to go. It'll be green, white, checkered for Jared Hall, Mark Keegan, and Kelly Kinzer. And the signal is, get ready to go, gentlemen. We go green the next time by. Single file order. They have to go in single file order on a restart after the initial green flag with at least 1 lap scored. And that's exactly how they come across the line. And here we go. White flag coming up the next time by. We'll see if Jared Hall can hang on as Repke giving the Mouse a little tap there going through the corners. Everybody straightens it out, and Brian Ellenberger now closing in. Ellenberger into number 20 finds a good groove down low. They bring it down to 4 for the white flag. 1 lap remaining in heat race number 1. It's still Jared Hall in the lead and the number 51 down the backstretch. the Guy Webb Motorsports sponsored machine, looking for the checkered flag, and out of turn number 4, your winner is going to be Jared Hall. Finishing in that second spot was Mark Keegan, third Kelly Kinzer, Rob Cheney fourth, and the Mouse Kenny Jacobs qualifying for tonight's feature event with a 5th place finish. But the Fury from Missouri is back in the winner's circle, picking up the KT Equipment Rental Heat Race number 1, and Jared Hall has the program back in order as he'll head to victory lane. This is Dirt Zone 2001. We'll be back in a moment.
All right, winner of heat number 1 coming up big. Jared Hall, the number 51 car. Good job.
Yeah, it worked out real good. Started on the front row and was able to get the lead and kept it the whole time.
You've had a rough couple of weeks. You had a good thing going for a while there, and then a rough couple of weeks. Ready for a victory lane again?
Yeah, that'd be nice. We had some problems, crashed a car, tore it up, and just been finding little stuff here and there, and hopefully we got that all the way, and maybe we'll start the back tonight, but if we can get everything going, we can come to the front.
Good luck in the A-Main.
Thank you very much.
Jared Hall, number 51, winner of heat number 1. Back to you, Rick.
Well, thanks, Bash. As you see the crowd sitting here at the Orrville, Ohio speed plant called Wayne County Speedway, we're ready for JB Enterprises Heat Race number 2. Eric Heisong on the pole in 72 and Mike Wagner on the outside in 55. Byron Reed, last night's winner at the Attica Raceway Park in the number 5, and the Cat Dean Jacobs in 7R. Travis Rylett in the U2, John Ivey in 20, Jamie McKinney in the 95, Donnie Kreitz Jr. in 69, Jody Keegan, Tommy Burns, and Chad Livingston, and the field gets the green. Here we go. JB Enterprises Heat Race number 2, and Dean Jacobs goes to work right away on the outside of Mike Wagner. He'll get by and now chase down Byron Reed in the number 5 as they head into turns 3 and 4. Coming down the front stretch, Heisong in the 72, Byron Reed in 5. And going in that first corner and coming out of 2, Dean Jacobs, the 7R car on the move to Peterbilt, Northwest Ohio, number 7R, working strong. There's the United Specialties U2 of Travis Rylett as he'll get by Wagner coming out of turn number 4, and Rylett having a good season so far in the U2 and continues it on here tonight at Wayne County. John Ivey within shouting distance of Wagner, sitting back there in the middle of the pack, and Donnie Kreitz Jr. looking to have a good run as he is used to this configuration of racetrack, running at the Williams Grove Speedway in Pennsylvania, part of the Pennsylvania posse, and he's finding the likings of this Wayne County Speedway to his race car setup as Donnie Kreitz tries to make his way towards the front. Going back to the leaders out of turn number 4 and down the front chute, Eric Heisong in the number 72, showing the fast way around. Byron Reed second, Dean Jacobs third, Travis Rylett running fourth. Down the backstretch they come, and it's a long backstretch at Wayne County Speedway. As you can see, a lot of motor being used, and then they hammer it through the corners and right back down the main straightaway again. Rylett closing in on Dean Jacobs, a little sideways there in turn number 1, had to back off and get right back on it. But with a long straightaway, we'll see if Rylett has the motor to close in on the Peterbilt 7R of Dean Jacobs. Second place, Byron Reed across the line. He's got about a 10-car length disadvantage to the leader, Eric Heisong, in the number 72, and Heisong having one of the best runs of his season right here at Wayne County Speedway tonight, looking to go to the A-Main, and across the line, the caution flag comes out. Field will slow down, and way up in turn number 4, we had some debris on the racetrack, as you can see the official throwing it off. 6 laps down, 4 to go on the Callie's Performance scoreboard. Heisong your leader, Reed second, Jacobs third, running in fourth, Travis Rylett, running 5th, Mike Wagner holding down the 5th and final transfer spot at the moment. Subject to change as the green comes out, and we're back to racing. Once again, under racing speed, Eric Heisong sets the tone, and here comes Dean Jacobs to the outside of Reed. Couldn't make the pass coming out of 2. He's going to bring Travis Rylett along with him, and Rylett goes to the inside of Dean Jacobs coming out of 4 for 3rd. Across the line, Jacobs by less than a car length in that 3rd spot. He'll hold the high line coming out of 2 and down the back chute. Travis Rylett lifts the wheels off the ground and takes it into turn number 3. Running in the 5th and final spot, there he is, Mike Wagner in 55, but John Ivey all over the back push bar of the number 55. John Ivey trying to get into the feature event the easy way, not having to go through a C or B main event, and John Ivey is working hard in the number 20 on the outside of Wagner, coming out of turn number 4. Across the line, Wagner holds him off one more time. John Ivey continuing to run on the outside of Wagner as they thunder through turn 2 and down the backstretch. side by side, almost touching wheels. Still Wagner holding the position at the checkered flag. Your winner, Eric Heisong. Second goes to Byron Reed. Third will go to Dean Jacobs. Fourth to Travis Rylet. And Mike Wagner holding off John Ivy for that fifth and final transfer spot. And the Troyers, number 72 of Eric Heisong, going to victory lane, winner of JB Enterprises Heat Race number 2. This is Dirt Zone.
All right, winner of heat number 2, 72 Eric Heisong. Nice job out there.
Thanks a lot. Track's looking pretty good there, but I just want to take a second and thank Fritz and Nelda Anders who give me that good race car to run, and Fisher Motors and George Fisher turns the wrenches on the car for us.
Let's look a little priority and perspective here. You held off Byron Reed. That's no easy task.
Yeah, he's been on fire here lately, and he's real tough on this style of racetrack.
It's good to see you running good again. You had a couple of tough flips. One at Casey Raceway in Fremont earlier. You're back on all four, maybe seeing victory lane tonight running that way.
Yeah, Saturday night we won down at KC on a local show, and come up last night and just had one of them horrible nights, and hopefully tonight we'll get her together and get her in the top 3.
Winner of heat number 2, Eric Heisong. Good luck in the AMA, Eric.
Thanks a lot.
Back to you, Rick.
Thank you, Bash. We're ready for Crown Battery Heat Race number 3. The Cajun sensation, Jason Johnson, in the number 22 Eldon Motorsports entry, your pole car. And third-generation driver Craig Kinzer in the Quaker State 11K on the front row. Phil Gressman goes in the number 9, and Chad Kemenaugh, the current points leader in the All-Star Circuit of Champions. He'll start 4th in 15K. Then it's Todd Kane in 29, Greg Wilson in 63, the Apollo Rocket, Ed Lynch Jr. in 2L, the 2 of Lee Jacobs, son of the mouse, Kenny Jacobs, Jim Dayton in 2X, Mike Morano the second in 34M, Garrett Jacobs in 75J, and we are ready to go out of turn number 4. Green flag waves and Crown Battery Heat Race number 3 is underway. Heading down out of turn number 2, it's the Jason Johnson Eldon Motorsports entry car, and he's in the lead, taking the field through that long backstretch and into corners 3 and 4. Out of 4, Jason Johnson with the lead. Todd Kane running in that third spot. Kane working alongside of Chad Kemenaugh, who's trying to slip underneath. Craig Kinzer running second. But the battle right now is for third between Kemenaugh and Kane, your current points leaders in the Underground Utilities, number 15K, working on Todd Kane for that number 3 spot. Your field heading down the backstretch, and Kane pulls away from Kemenaugh as they head down the long straightaway. There's Ed Lynch Jr. running in the 5th spot. Final transfer position for the Indy Equipment, number 2L out of Apollo, Pennsylvania. And Ed Lynch Jr., used to these long straightaway racetracks, a regular at the Lernerville Speedway in Sarver, Pennsylvania, having a good run here right now, holding down the 5th and final spot. There's Craig Kinzer working in that second position. The Quaker State Franklin Power Products Hoosier Tires number 11K, and he's got a distance to go if he wants to win Crown Battery Heat Race number 3 as the Eldon Motorsports Weld Racing entry of Jason Johnson, the driver out of Eunice, Louisiana, getting it done here on night number 2 of Ohio Sprint Speedweek from Wayne County Speedway. Chad Kemenaugh still working on Todd Kane, trying to rescue that third position. Can't get it done as they head out of 2 and down the backstretch. Kane with a lot of motor this evening, holding him off. And Greg Wilson running in the 6th spot, now starting to close in on the Apollo Rocket, Ed Lynch Jr. as he makes his way out of turn number 4. Down the front chute and into 1, Greg Wilson about 5 car lengths behind Ed Lynch Jr. Trying to get in the A main this evening and staying out of the B or the C because it's awful tough. And there's Todd Kane drifting up on the top of the racetrack. That car has come to rest, and the caution flag is out, and what a tough break for Todd Kane running in the 3rd spot, trying to hold off Chad Kemenaugh, and Kane has a problem in turn number 4. Crew takes a look. It looks like there may have been a fire on the machine on the Cali's performance scoreboard. 7 in, 3 to go. Greg Wilson now moves into that 5th and final transfer spot. A great break for Wilson and a tough break for Kane as we get ready to go. 3 laps remaining in Crown Battery Heat Race number 3. And out of turn number 4, your leader Jason Johnson brings the field across the line. Here we go. 3 to go as Craig Kinzer closed in for a moment but then slipped in turns 1 and 2. Lost some position down the backstretch. And Greg Wilson almost coming into contact with Lee Jacobs in the number 2. Lee Jacobs, son of the mouse, Kenny Jacobs, running nose to tail across the line. Lee Jacobs with a handful of steering wheel has to gather it back up. continues underway and dives underneath Greg Wilson. Lee Jacobs making the move, coming out of turn number 2. Wilson's going to try and get him back through 3 and 4. Wilson drifting up the bank just a little bit, and Lee Jacobs holding position across the line. We are just about to the end of heat race number 3. Jason Johnson setting the tone, and he has led from the start. As the number 22 coming out of turn number 4, he'll see the checkered flag first. Craig Kinzer with an impressive run second. Third Chad coming off fourth, Ed Lynch Jr. Fifth, Lee Jacobs. And spinning the 34 of Mike Moreno. We'll talk to Johnson in a moment. This is Dirt Zone.
Start. All right, winner of heat number 3, the Racing Cajun number 22, Jason Johnson. Way to go, man. Nice run.
Thank you very much.
Listen, I got to ask you, last night you ran some excellent laps at Attica. Looked like you had the car, you had the tires, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it just goes away. You and Todd Kane fall off. Byron Reed, Rob Chaney run up on you.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I kind of think that we had to prefer a line there, you know, running the top, and I'm not really sure how Byron and Rob got around the bottom, but they did an excellent job to make it stick down there.
Seems like the All-Stars have had nothing but black, hard tracks all year. Finally, last couple of nights, we've got some dirty tracks. Are you liking that?
No, I mean, I like them heavy and rough and fast. I mean, I think it kind of separates the young guys from the old guys. I don't know, but no, I mean, this takes a lot more finesse and it takes a lot more patience. Sometimes that's hard for a young guy.
All right, you win the A-Main tonight. You have a personal commitment to me to give you, let's see, a tray of oysters, okay?
That's definitely a deal.
The Racing Cajun, winner of heat number 3, Jason Johnson. Back to you, Rick.
Thanks, Bash. If you're taking orders, by the way, I'll take a little Cajun cooking myself. Sounds good right now as we get ready to go with Engler Tool and Machine heat race number 4. The final chance through heat race action to get into the feature event this evening. Marty Ling will be on the pole in 47, Danny Smith on the outside in 4. Then it's Billy Pouch in 55, Chris Knopp in 10N, Shane Stewart in the Holbrook entry 8H car, Tyler Walker in Denny Ashworth's number 92, Mike Zeider in the 1A, Rodney Duncan in 22, Barry Rubel in 63, Jason Courtney in 9C, and John Webb in the W7 as we're ready to go. 10 laps the distance, top 5 finishers go to the A-Main. Of course, we invert the 6 fastest qualifiers in each heat race, and they fire out of turn number 4. Here we go. It's finally the Engler Tool and Machine heat race number 4 time. The last chance to get in. It's going to get exciting as they pick up the pace out of turn 2 and down the backstretch for the first time. Good side-by-side racing on the start, and we got trouble out of turn number 2. Wheel coming down the backstretch. Look out, Steve, as that tire goes right by our cameraman. It'll be a complete restart. Feel the lineup side by side once again. Here we go with the start once again on Engler Machine and Tool. Heat race number 4, Marty Ling, your pole car. Danny Smith on the outside. Field bunches up in turns 3 and 4. Down the front chute they come, and we're back underway. They'll fire into turn number 1. Danny Smith will grab the lead. Marty Ling running in that second spot. Here comes the 92 of Tyler Walker and Denny Ashworth's machine, and he's working the outside of Shane Stewart in the Holbrook Motorsports 8H entry. Good side-by-side racing on the first lap. And the number 92 of Tyler Walker seemed to have found something to his liking. He goes around Chris Knopp in 10N. Down the backstretch, Tyler Walker having a good run early. Shane Stewart with a handful of steering wheel coming out of 2, but he'll close in on Knopp as they head down the front stretch and take it into turn number 1. The number 55 of Billy Pouch, side by side, running out of 2 with the 92 of Walker. Walker will drag him down the backstretch into 3, but there he is right with him. Billy Pouch in 55, having a good run in that machine, working towards making the feature event this evening. Year leader heading down the backstretch, Danny Smith in the number 4. And Tyler Walker is closing in quickly. Walker on a mission in this 92 car. Remember, he started in 6. He was the fast qualifier for this heat event. Already picked up half the field, working in the 3rd spot. And not done. He's going to go to work down the backstretch. Heading into turn number 3, but the caution flag comes out. And we've got trouble in turn number 4. Bringing out that caution flag, Barry Rubel in the number 63. And we look at the Callie's Performance scoreboard, 4 and 6 to go, just short of the halfway point. It's Danny Smith. There's your 2nd place car, Marty Ling. 3rd place, Tyler Walker. Billy Pouch in 4th, and rounding out the top 5, Chris Knopp in 10N as we go back to green. It'll be halfway the next time by. Still a lot of time for these drivers to make the A-Main, finishing in the top 5. And they're trying to sort it out between themselves on the racetrack as they go into 3. There's Pouch along with Tyler Walker, both going to work on Marty Ling. Ling holding out a good line, running in that second spot, but he's feeling the heat from the 92 and 55 cars as they work him going out of turn 2 down the backstretch. Marty Ling holding on in that 47, running in second place. Your leader, Danny Smith, comfortable as almost sideways that time. The 92 car of Walker, he had to hang onto the steering wheel and right the ship as they came out of that corner, and now he'll dive on the inside. Going in through turn 3 and coming out of 4, Tyler Walker makes the slide job stick. Tyler Walker, your second place car now in the number 92. Marty Ling goes back to third, and he's feeling the heat coming down the backstretch now as Billy Pouch in 55 is going to try and make a bid. Shane Stewart going to work on Chris Knopp in the 10N, and Shane Stewart running the bottom of the racetrack, not able to find good traction so far in this heat event. Still got a little bit of time left to go, but Shane Stewart has got to get things going if he wants to get in, because Chris Knopp in the number 10N car holding down the 5th and final transfer spot. White comes out, 1 to go, this is it. Danny Smith is getting pressure from Tyler Walker. Walker takes a look to the outside, down the back chute into 3. It's going to be close, here they come. Through turn 3 and out of 4, Walker makes a bid across the line. It's going to be Danny Smith by a car length. Second place goes to Tyler Walker. Third will go to Marty Ling. Billy Pouch holds out for 4th, and Chris Knopp rounds out your qualifiers for the main event. Danny Smith in the number 4, taking the checkered flag for Engler Tool and Machine Heat Race number 4. He's going to victory lane. Bash Campbell's going to meet him in victory lane here at Wayne County Speedway in Orrville, Ohio. And he'll talk to the driver of the Baker Engineering number 4, your winner of the 4th and final heat event, as we are at Ohio Sprint Speed Week on Dirt Zone 2001.
All right, here with winner of heat number 4. Tough run. Tyler Walker made a tough charge. Danny Smith, way to hold him off.
Yeah, started on the front, so it's kind of easy. Usually when you're leading on a track like this, you're not sure how hard you can run it. So we was kind of a medium conservative pace, and heard Tyler up there and gassed her up the last couple laps and held him off.
I got to give you the personal choice for Toughest Nails award last night. You rolled it at Attica, came back, finished the race. Nice job.
Yeah, amazingly it flipped pretty hard, but didn't do a lot of damage. We finished without the right rear radius rod and a wing cylinder, but we finished. We gained a few points and kept in the point chase.
Ran some good laps at Eldora a couple of weeks ago. Your tire went away. You still made the charge to get the top spot there.
Yeah, we ended up third with a vibrating tire, and we'll take it going down the road.
Danny Smith, winner of heat number 4. Good luck in the MA.
All right, thanks.
Back to you, Rick.
Thanks, Bash, and due to time constraints, the GMP C main event had a great battle for the final transfer spot as Chuck Wilson slipped underneath Jason Courtney in 9C. He gets tagged by Garrett Jacobs. Chad Livingston also involved. Across the line, your top 4 finishers going to the B with Tommy Burns finishing second. Chuck Wilson, Phil Gressman was third, and Todd King the final car to go into the B main. Travis Rylett picked up the Hallmark Dash win as the Chris Archer number U2 United Specialties car sitting in victory lane, piling up those points. And we go into the B main highlights where Greg Wilson was battling with the Holbrook entry number 8H of Shane Stewart. A spirited battle up front as out of turn number 2, Shane Stewart looked to make the move down the backstretch, found the horsepower stuck up on the high side. Shane Stewart led him through the corners and down the front stretch. The winner of the 15-lap B main was Shane Stewart. Greg Wilson was second, Todd Kane third, John Ivey fourth, and Alvin Repke rounded out the top 5. Taking a look at Speed Week points after one event at last night at Attica, it was Byron Reed with 100, Rob Cheney, Chad Kemenaugh was third, and this is Dirt Zone 2001. Well, we're back at Dirt Zone 2001, and the crowd standing and saluting the 4-breast parade lap, one of the greatest spectacles in racing at any race you go to. And these drivers appreciating what the fans are sending them. The signal to go racing, gentlemen, we haven't seen enough. Let's go 30 laps. Let's go for $5,000 to win and find out who's going to be the man tonight. The signal given, 1 lap to go. We're green the next time by. Travis Rylett and Kelly Kinzer, Tyler Walker and Greg Wilson, John Ivey and the Mouse, Kenny Jacobs, your fast qualifier. Todd Kane and Shane Stewart, Rob Cheney and Dean Jacobs, Chad Kemenaugh and Chris Knopp, Byron Reed and Billy Pouch, Mark Keegan, and Mike Wagner. And then we go with Kelly Kinzer, Danny Smith, Jared Hall, Eric Heisong, Jason Johnson, Marty Ling, Ed Lynch Jr., Lee Jacobs, and Rodney Duncan as we're ready to go. We'll go green this time by 30 laps, $5,000 to win. Ohio Sprint Speed Week, night number 2, and you're getting to see it on Dirt Zone 2001 as we are ready to go out of turn number 4, and we're underway. Green flag is out. Beginning of 30 laps of excitement, and right away, Tyler Walker sparing no expense on the race car. He works it hard out of turn 2. Down the backstretch, everybody jockeying for position on the initial lap. And everybody working hard, and trouble. Turn number 3, Byron Reed gets tagged by Jason Johnson. Reed was a dead stop, and Johnson had nowhere to go. Caution flag is out. And what a tough break over there in turn number 3, as you also see the 9X of Rob Cheney coming to rest at the bottom of 4, and it'll be a complete restart to the field. We'd like to thank American Auto Sales for helping with this broadcast this evening. Glad you're on board, and we're glad you're on board watching Dirt Zone 2001 as we get ready to go once again. Field bunches up in 3, they hammer out of 4. Green comes back out, Travis Rylett leads them across the line, and we're underway. Kelly Kinzer running second, running third. Tyler Walker, Greg Wilson fourth, the Mouse, Kenny Jacobs fifth, and Shane Stewart now takes the 6th spot away from Todd Kane as we are back to full racing speed on Dirt Zone. Across the line, Kelly Kinzer holding off the Denny Ashworth number 92 entry, and Tyler Walker has had a good night so far, running a high groove, continues that line down the backstretch, taking it into turn number 3. Kelly Kinzer works the bottom, Tyler Walker works the top, and Walker awful close to the guardrail coming out of 4, but he'll hang it up there and ride the rim out of 2 down the backstretch. Travis Rylett showing the fast way around in the United Specialties U2 entry. Rylett having a good run early on in this main event. Night number 2 of Speed Week, and we are blasting down the straights and through the corners on Dirt Zone as Shane Stewart works the outside of Todd Kane. Shane Stewart in the Holbrook Motorsports entry, the driver out of Bixby, Oklahoma, and he likes the high side as well. As he takes a look to the outside of Greg Wilson, he'll fire by Wilson down the front stretch into turn number 1. Shane Stewart working the high line, and he's going after the Mouse, your fast qualifier, and Walker almost slides it off the backstretch. Tyler Walker really pushing the envelope down on the outside of the racetrack, and he continues to work up high, but it's Shane Stewart putting on the show right now. And you can see Jacobs fighting the wheel as Lee Jacobs in trouble. Jacobs spinning in the corner. Everybody gets by safely. Caution flag is out. Your field will slow down and go single file order. As over in turn number 4, Lee Jacobs sitting there all by himself. And this Cali's Performance scoreboard shows 5 laps in, 25 to go. Still a lot of racing left for Travis Rylett, and Kelly Kinzer right there with him in 4K. Tyler Walker in the number 92. 97 Rookie of the Year in the All-Star Circuit of Champions. Some 4 years ago, he's a rookie no more as he's charging towards the front. Tyler Walker and the rest of the field go down the backstretch. They chase your race leader, Travis Rylett. And the Mouse Kenny Jacobs had a little handling problem coming out of 2, but got it straightened around. Jacobs seems to have things back in order, but he let Shane Stewart work right up on him once again, and Stewart lifts the front wheels off the ground coming out of 2. He had to hang on to that one as they head down to shooting into 3, coming out of 4. Shane Stewart with a lot of ponies under the hood tonight, and he's making it work on this paperclip shaped racetrack, a lot like Williams Grove. And the driver's having a good time out here tonight. Another wheel lift there by the number 92 of Tyler Walker. These guys have some motor tonight, and they are letting it flex as they head down the straightaways. But Tyler Walker will flex a little through the corners, and he's going to take it away from Kelly Kinzer. Tyler Walker, a man on a mission tonight, runs the high groove like nobody else here at Wayne County Speedway. And Tyler Walker getting things done, running in that 2nd spot. Some good action going on through the pack. As you can see, the field working their way around the Wayne County Speedway, having good runs here tonight. There's your points leader, Chad Kemenaugh, running the 15K car down the back, shooting into turn number 3. The Cat, Dean Jacobs, going to work coming out of turn number 4. taking a look underneath Greg Wilson in a Hampshire Motors number 63, and Jacobs likes the low line as some of the drivers running high, but Dean Jacobs likes it low but couldn't get by Wilson. So he'll try him again through turn 3 and coming down the front stretch. There's Kelly Kinzer in the number 4, and now Shane Stewart working the outside of the 4K. Shane Stewart will motor by as that 8H car is hooked up well on the outside. Just about like the 92 of Tyler Walker. Those two drivers running the rim, and now Stewart closing in on Walker. Here comes Shane Stewart in the 8H car. Your leader, Travis Riley, goes around Lee Jacobs in 2. He'll put that driver a lap down. Travis Riley in the United Specialties number U2 car leading the event. Heading into turn number 1 as the crowd watches on, and they're seeing some great race action from night number 2 of Ohio Sprint Speedweek. Down the backstretch, it's Shane Stewart going to work this time on the inside of Tyler Walker. Stewart trying the low line. He's been up high all night. Can't make the passes. Lee Jacobs, a lap car, separating those two. He'll take it into turns 3 and 4. It's Tyler Walker in 92, Shane Stewart in the 8 car. Stewart again will dive to the bottom. Slide job through the corner, and oh, they touched just a little bit. Tyler Walker had to back off, but he gets right back in the hammer, and now Stewart goes to work for the lead. Shane Stewart riding the rim around Wayne County Speedway. He's closed in on your leader and goes to work inside. Here comes the 92 car. Right back to work goes Tyler Walker. He said, if you can do it down low, I can do the same, and there he goes by Stewart. And he gets right up alongside of the U2 of Ryland, lifts the wheels off, and Stewart goes by. Great battle up front for the lead. 3 cars dicing it out. Stewart in trouble going in the corner. Lee Jacobs avoids. Caution flag is out, and Shane Stewart paying the price. What a tough break. John Ivey up against the wall, up and through turns 1 and 2. His night may be over as he climbs out to the number 20. The crowd takes a break, and so do we. This is Dirt Zone 2001. Welcome back to Dirt Zone 2001. As you look at the Cali's performance scoreboard, we're exactly halfway through. Hard to believe with all the action so far. Still 15 to go, and there's a driver that suffered the most, Shane Stewart, running the rim of the racetrack, going for the lead, spun the car out. He has to tag on the tail. You see your leader, DeSoto, Texas's number U2, Travis Riley. Some say he's from Texas City. Some people have said he's moved to Bristol, Indiana. Right now he knows where he's at. He's out front as he brings the field down the front stretch. And we go back to green flag racing. Riley looking for his first win, the KSE Rookie of the Year candidate. And he's got it going his way so far. As there goes the mouse underneath son Lee Jacobs. He'll put him a lap down along with Greg Wilson in the 63. And Kenny Jacobs, your fast qualifier tonight, finds himself in the top 10, but not up front where he wants to be. We'll see if he can change that as we are halfway through the event, and we continue on down the backstretch. You can see these cars thundering down those long backstretches. Then they get into the tight corners. They flip it sideways and bring it out and right back down the straightaways. Great racing here at Wayne County Speedway this evening. We hope you're enjoying Dirt Zone 2001 as we're glad to bring it to you. And we stay under green going in through the corners, and once again caution flag comes out. The race is slowed one more time. Sitting up in the corner, the caution flag for Billy Pouch in the number 55. 18 laps on the Cali's performance scoreboard, now just a dozen to go, and it starts to get intense for Travis Riley. Can he hang on, or will the number 92 of Tyler Walker take it away from him? Walker has been very impressive tonight, and Riley, a KSE rookie contender, looking to pick up his first win, and we'll see if he can get it done 12 laps from now as we go back to green. The mouse Kenny Jacobs running 5th, chasing Todd Kane down, who's in that 4th position, and a little bit of handling problems again coming out of 2 for Tyler Walker as Kenny Jacobs goes to work on Todd Kane for 4th. Out of 4 and across the line, Kane will hold down the number 4 position, the mouse Kenny Jacobs. Working from 5th, Kane slips, Kane in trouble. He drifted up the bank in turn 2 and the mouse got by. Greg Wilson also slid underneath. And now Kenny Jacobs gets the break he was looking for as Chad Kavanaugh starting to work his way into a top 5 finishing position. Here comes Danny Smith in the number 4. This race is not over as Travis Riley leads them coming out of turn number 4. Down the backstretch they go. Mark Keegan now closing in on the number 15K of Chad Kavanaugh. There's Rob Cheney and Chris Knopf going at it for position as they make their way down the chute. Your leaders running away, but what a battle in the middle of the pack. Danny Smith, Shane Stewart, Ed Lynch Jr. all battling it out, trying to get their way towards the front, and we're having some great racing action, not only in the front, but in the back, in the middle of the pack as well. No matter where you look, you've got a good battle for a position, and we continue on. The Cat Dean Jacobs in the 7R, Greg Wilson in 63. Down the backstretch, there goes Danny Smith firing by Lee Jacobs. He'll bring Ed Lynch Jr. and Shane Stewart with him, and Stewart right back to the outside where he made his wages up front early. Shane Stewart trying to get back in this thing as Greg Wilson working on the 7R of Dean Jacobs. They thunder through the corners, take it down the chute. Across the line, Jacobs will lead Wilson, but there's your leaders in turn number 3. Coming out of 4, Travis Rylett in the number U2, going into the corner and now down the backstretch, a half a track behind. It's Jacobs and Wilson. Your leader Rylett thunders down the backstretch, heading into turn number 3. Got every switch turned on his again as he comes out of turn number 4. Going by Mike Wagner into number 55, about to put that driver a lap down. There's the lap car of Eric Heisong in 72, and he's about to get passed by Tyler Walker, who will go by him out of the corner and down the backstretch. The U2 car of Travis Rylett having a great run here tonight at Wayne County Speedway, and the number 92 car of Tyler Walker trying to take that potential win away from him. We'll see if Rylett can get it done, as now again Walker closes in. They get into lap traffic. There's Rodney Duncan in the number 22. They got to go by him to put him a lap down, and Rylett will get by. Let's see if Walker can do the same. Heading into turn 1. Tyler Walker uses the outside line, side by side with Duncan. He'll take him down the backstretch. Rodney Duncan falling back as your leaders go by. Rylett brings him out of turn number 4. Down the front chute he comes. He'll lead the pack. There goes the number 72 of Heisong and the lap car 55 of Wagner. Both of those cars down 1 to your leaders. Tyler Walker's 7 career wins, all coming in the 97 season. It's been 4 years, but he's not going to do it as Travis Rylett will win. Second goes to Tyler Walker, and third to Kelly Kinzer as the rest of the field crossing the line. A great win for Travis Rylett, the driver out of the great state of Texas. They say everything's big in Texas, and tonight Tyler Walker found out that Travis Rylett is big here at Wayne County Speedway as the United Specialties U2 picking up the win this evening. And there is your winner, Travis Rylett in the U2, and he's going to hammer down the backstretch and go through the corners. He's got to be one happy camper picking up his first win of 2001. This is Dirt Zone.
Okay, go ahead. Kelly Kinzer. A big round of applause for Kelly Kinzer. He's going to sign his man. Now we're going to scoot down here. Let's see a tough competitor, the third place finisher. Okay, go ahead. All right, A-Main winner, you told us on the dash. You won the dash. You said you're going to lead it wire to wire. You did it. You came through. And Travis Rylett, first career All-Star win. Way to go.
Yeah, we're real proud tonight of this All-Star win. It's first for us ever, and we had the car going good tonight. These Hoosier tires, a Gertie motor, and our United Specialty truck conversion car was going really wonderful tonight. I got to thank all my guys on my crew and all our sponsors to help out with this. Bert, Bridget, the guys here at Orrville County Speed, Wayne County Speedway in Orrville. It was just a wonderful night for us. We're really happy.
You're up for the Rookie of the Year. As far as the All-Stars are concerned this year, this does a lot to make your case.
Yeah, I think we got a good shot at it this year, and I hope we're going to win it. We're going to lead it wire to wire just like we did this feature here tonight.
Okay, we got 5 nights to go in Speedweek. Got to see you back at Victory Lane, man.
Oh yeah, we need to get at least one more.
Travis Rylett, A-Main winner tonight. Congratulations, first career All-Star win.
Thank you, sir.
All right, back to you, Rick.
Well, thanks, Bash. Rylett picking up his first win in All-Star competition, and the Callie's Performance Hard Charger Award goes to Millersburg, Ohio's Rob Cheney after the incident early on. Cheney passing 15 cars, going from 22nd to 7th, We're going to go down to bat.
All right, second place tonight, the A-Main, making a gallant challenge right at the end there. Tyler Walker, brand new ride, huh?
Yeah, Denny gave me a good opportunity to run his car and come out here and have fun for a week. I've been running USAC, and I've been running everything this year. I've been in non-wing sprint cars, asphalt sprint cars, Silver Crown dirt, pavement. I'm just having a good time, and come out here tonight and run strong. Didn't win. I thought I had him there on a car spun out. I backed out of it, and yellow never came out, and that was about my only one opportunity that I had, and didn't get it. So
it's great to see you out with the All-Stars. We're going to see you the whole week?
Yep, all week.
All right, Tyler Walker, second place tonight, A-Main. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Back to you, Rick.
Thanks, Bash, and without a shadow of a doubt, the Peterbilt of Northwest Ohio Hard Luck Award has to go to Bixby, Oklahoma's Shane Stewart, challenging for the lead in the middle of the event, lost control through the corners, ended up having to go to the tail. Nevertheless, he's going to take the Hard Charger Award. Next week on Dirt Zone 2001, round 3 of Sprint Speed Week from Fremont Speedway, we're going to go down to Bash with third place, Kelly Kinzer.
All right, here with third place finisher tonight in the A-Main for night number 2 of Speed Week 2001, Kelly Kinzer. Not a bad run, not what you wanted, but you still got towards the front, huh?
Yeah, we've been struggling a little bit all year, and it's good to get in the top 3 tonight, and maybe we got things sorted out and turned around, and maybe we can pick off one of these, or maybe more.
You did make a challenge there towards the front part of the race. The young bucks just too much for the car?
Well, there was so much better than me in open track, but once they got to lap traffic, I could reel them right in. I hated to see a yellow, but that's part of racing, and they won, and I got third.
You're a veteran in this business with a great name. It's got to make you feel good, though, to see some of these young bucks coming up and filling the cannon again for us, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to see that I'm getting old, but it's creeping up there, you know. But I'm still having a lot of fun and enjoy racing with all these young guys, and like to beat them.
You're not ready to go down, and if you do, you're going down swinging is what you're telling me, then.
I'm going to try anyway.
Kelly Kinzer, third place tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, back to you, Rick.
Thanks, Bash. And a great night of racing, as you see, upcoming on the All-Star Circuit of Champions schedule. The Chillicothe race on August 22nd has been dropped by the All-Stars. It'll be moved to Attica Raceway Park. They'll go for the Sharon Nationals at Sharon Speedway September 1st and 2nd. As you see your winner going in through turns 3 and 4. Of course, we'd like to thank TW Metals along with Hallmark Race Trailers, our corporate sponsors for the All-Star Circuit of Champions. Please make sure that you participate with all our sponsors as they bring you Dirt Zone 2001 each and every week. For Dirt Zone and Raceway videos along with Bash Entertainment, this is Rick Eshelman. Good night.